Welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny.
I'm Dylan.
And we're going to take you through Dylan's weekly swing trade picks for the next week of May 3rd.
Yes, sir. We're doing pretty solid. I did not get burned by X, and if anyone's still in it, actually it came right back up. It hit my stop loss. I made like $20. It was really upsetting. I'm out of it. But it went all the way back up.
$20 is still enough for Chipotle, buddy.
That's true.
All right.
I love that stock. Damn.
Yeah, this would be interesting. So once again, Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. This is all what Dylan is doing. I don't even follow him into most of these trades. So if you enter any of these trades, you very well may lose money. We are not professional advisors, so do this at your own risk. Dylan likes to break these things down to 3 different categories of risk in terms of how likely he thinks they are to happen, and if they do, how great the profit to risk ratio is. So BTX, Brooklyn Therapeutics.
Yeah. And I'm not recommending this one. This is just the crazy one on StockTwits. So everyone's heard of GameStop. Everyone knows what happened. It's ridiculous. This is kind of the next one on Wall Street bets as of right now. Float of 1.48 million shares, a short volume ratio of almost 23. It's disgusting. They acquired like an exclusive license agreement, yada, yada, through another bioscience company to make mRNA gene cell therapies. The CEO of this company owns 2 other companies that do almost the exact same thing. It's like he's a doctor at Irvine. So this is just one of those crazy volatile ones. We could look at the chart real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the whole COVID-19 thing has really expedited the mRNA as like a kind of a therapeutic medium, because now they got it probably would have taken another decade before they put any of that into like people on a widespread basis. But because of the pandemic, there was tens of millions, even going on hundreds of millions of vaccinations using that technology. So we actually may see a little bit of a gold rush within that realm. I think that's something that I'm going to start diving into a little bit more. I'm not particularly familiar with their product line, but it'll be something I'm going to look at as well.
Definitely pretty interesting. This is the chart. They were chilling here at 75 cents. So that's good. We hit $60 and, from $30, 100% gain one day. Be careful. It's 55 million shares and one little guy here. So, oh boy.
Yeah, that's absolutely parabolic right there. That's impressive.
That's ridiculous. I know. That's crazy. All right. So that's on StockTwits. Be careful.
No media missed from this week.
Nope. Huh? Sorry. All the safe ones I didn't like. I thought that they had a high chance of failure.
Interesting.
Not this week.
I mean, we're seeing a little bit of a choppy kind of sector rotation, and then earnings season, right? That makes things really volatile.
Earnings season actually ruined the majority. I only have 3 this week because I don't like doing them when they're so close to earnings, because it's just a guess. So that actually kind of ruined a lot of options for me. So
yeah, I mean, I could see that because it's very funny how Microsoft beat on earnings, stock was down 3%. Apple crushed on earnings, and the stock was basically flat.
Crushed. AMD crushed.
Mm-hmm.
Intel didn't crush. They all just went down.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict what the reaction will be.
So because of earnings season, I have very limited options here. But Twitter is going to be one of those. All right. Twitter, essentially, they lowered the yearly guidance. They plummeted on Friday, like bad. I think they said that they were going to be like 5% lower in their projected revenue, and because of that, they lost like 15% of their market cap. So they're pretty oversold. But more importantly, they're approaching my favorite kind of little strategy, which is the 200 SMA. If you want to go to the chart.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you saw both Google and Facebook absolutely trounce on advertising data, and then Twitter kind of reported a little bit of a decrease in their expected revenue, and that they got destroyed. It was like down 12%, I think.
I thought it was 15. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was close to 15. It was down 12% at one point during the day, because I remember looking at it.
Well, look at this giant gap. They closed the day prior at 65, and they opened at 56. And then they kind of fought up and just went back down. I think this has more room to go. The RSI is at 30 down here. But this is, I want it to get closer to this. This is the 200 SMA. So we got to see what happens during the week. You know, obviously this formed a doji. That's not a good sign for them. So I'm hoping it will fall a little bit more.
Should be interesting. And CALX?
All right. CALX close at 42.29. This stock, usually stocks don't like super respect the 50-day SMA. This one really does. Like, I don't know why it does it so well, but it is back at that level, so might as well give it a little shot here. It's a pretty clean moving stock. So this is the 50, this line here. Hit bounce, 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 close to a bounce, close to a bounce. The one time it went through it, it then respected the 100 SMA real well, went right back up and bounce, and we are here, chilling right on it. So, you know, it's a pretty clean moving stock. We had that big dip before the end of April, and then it's still making a little bit higher highs, but the runs are really nice. So,
yeah, they look pretty clean.
Yeah, they're very clean.
Isn't that like an R. Kelly song? Bounce, bounce, bounce. That's what I thought you were trying to start.
No, I don't know if I've ever listened to R. Kelly before. I think it's definitely frowned upon now. So.
Yeah, probably. NIO, man, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. It was certainly trending widely on YouTube at one point.
Yeah, so NIO, I've swung it a couple times, not super successfully. But if you want to go to the chart. So, you know, we had the craziness up here, all this fun stuff. Anyways, we have the drops, and this is the 200 SMA. This is my favorite to bounce off of. This one's dangerous. This one's high risk because I can't tell if it's respecting the 200, SMA, because it's not always to the penny, right? Sometimes it can go like for here, it still went down it by $1 and then came back up, and that's kind of what matters, right? But this is a very strong level at 34. If it loses 34, this is not good. Like, there's nothing else really here. Like, that's a problem. So this is high risk. I would only take this if it hit probably 35. It did go up on increasing volume, so just keep this on the watch list. But be very careful with this guy. I have no idea where NIO, Tesla, I can't tell where these are going. They've just been kind of beaten down quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
A little
Keep
NFT,
an eye on these.
Yeah.
Huh?
Little NFT action again.
NFTs. Who does NFTs here?
Doesn't YNDX do NFTs?
No. They're the Russian company that is like the Russian internet, also Uber, also Amazon. Yeah.
I remember them now. Yes.
So for those 9 people that are still watching, I'm going to show you a chart. And I think that there's some manipulation happening here. This is not how stocks move. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. No stock just tanks up to an exact level, tanks up, tanks. It doesn't make any sense. They do 4-day runs almost every single time they go up. It's always in 4s. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. This one's 5, 4, 4, way more than 4, 4, 4. Doesn't make any sense. This is so weird. And it's a Russian stock. I might mess around with this one because I feel like now this is going to tank back down to the 200 SMA, and I'm just going to try to catch it on these upswings. This is like super risky. So stocks don't move like this. This is such a weird moving stock. On no news, they'll just shoot up $9 when they're only worth 60. So
that's pretty interesting.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I felt a little uneasy getting into Baba. I couldn't even imagine the risk associated with getting into a Russian stock.
Yeah, it moves so weird. Like, good news, it goes down. Bad news, it goes up. No news, it goes up 40%. It's just the weirdest thing. This is run. So I swung this from, I got it actually here at 47, sold half at here, 54, and I stopped out my rest at 52. So I got a good 3R on it. It is now going to approach this level. If it hits 46 again, I'm going to take it and leave a very short stop loss. So this is a nice little fun stock to do. That's it. All right. So, Oh, you know what? I need to add. Oh, I guess I didn't recommend Piton. I recommended Piton. What's that?
I say I like the new format.
Yeah, I needed to add space here.
Yeah.
So X, I ended up stopping out of X. It's if you want to hover over it for me, Vinny, under C. Unfortunately, I got stopped out right literally to the like dime, and it came back up. If you'll notice in the green ongoing, I'm starting to do options because it's just way less capital. GS, I'm already up 50%. Fast, I'm up 50%. Snap, I'm up 25%. And Nike, I'm up 40%. This is kind of my first time attempting this. I also bought a Piton option, and that did not go well.
Yeah.
That one's out.
Yeah. I mean, options are definitely interesting. Dylan probably knows. I've traded options for a couple of years, but very conservatively. I just use it to generate a little bit of extra income. We're actually going to post another video in the next couple of days about like a way to make extra income from your portfolio using options, kind of. Yeah, it's interesting play, but you have to be right, and you have to be right about your timing and the direction and magnitude of the move. So you have to be right that many more ways when you trade options as opposed to like just buying like long stock.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get an entry into PDD. It didn't do what I wanted it to, but it's going back down to 200 SMA, so I'm still waiting. Same with DPSD. I just haven't gotten a great entry. But yeah, that is it. So PDD's kind of this 200 SMA. I think I recommended it. I think we were like here, and I didn't like how this didn't have volume. So I kind of stayed out of it, and looks like we're going down again. So got to see what happens here. But that's all, folks. That is it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us this week on Dylan's Swing Trade Picks, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yep. Have a good one.